I'm just writing like mouse, something like that. Okay, so hello, my name is Fatima Zahranjai. I am from Senegal and I'm currently studying at Yonsei University as an international studies major. I thought it was a very interesting program because even though this is going to be my 4th year living in Seoul, there's still a lot of things I don't know about, facilities that that are for Muslims and restaurants and things like that. So I thought it was great because I would get to know those and I would also get to introduce it to other people who are interested in coming to Korea or who are already in Korea but just like me don't know a lot about it. Well, I think it's great that there is like prayer rooms in like different places because if we think about what country Korea is, if we compare it maybe to other countries, maybe like, oh, it's not a lot. But if you think about it as just Korea being Korea as like in East Asia where there's barely any Muslim and they don't really know about Islamic culture and things like that, I think it's a great thing that they still try to accommodate to Muslims by having prayer rooms available and things like that. And people usually are very nice to you regardless of whether you are a Muslim or not. If you say you're a Muslim, they will ask you some questions. Like, they are very open. I have never faced any discrimination or issues because I was Muslim. Everyone is very open and nice and accommodating. They always ask, oh, can you eat this? Let me check this for you. I will ask. So it's very nice to find people who are actually open to your religion. There is a lot of pork in the food because even sometimes they say, oh, this is like beef or chicken or shrimp, but then if you check the ingredient list, there is pork listed. Or if you check they mix like the two meats, like say for example sometimes bulgogi, they mix like the pork and beef, so it's so hard sometimes to find some food to eat. And also I don't really like the drinking culture. It's very prevalent here. People drink a lot in Korea. That's how people get close to each other. But I just feel so uncomfortable with having to almost every time people get together they need to drink. I don't drink, I'm Muslim, so it was so like wow, fascinating for me to see that even on campus, like people drink on campuses. I was like, wow, that could never happen in Senegal, right? Yeah, definitely there are some differences. Like, what could I say, for example? Just like I feel like Koreans are more like closed, like they're not as open. Like in Senegal, like people are very like open. Everyone knows everyone, like in the neighborhood. Everyone is like, oh, I know who lives in the house, and they can tell you like and things like that. But here, people are more like just one each for their own kind of place. So I guess that's some like differences I've noticed. Not really. Most of the time, like it's like when I say that like I'm Muslim and I don't drink, they're like, really? You never drunk? Not even once? Like never ever alcohol? Or like you never eat pork? Like that's the kind of reactions that I get most of the time. Like they're so shocked. They can't believe someone lived so far without drinking alcohol or eating pork. Well, not really, because like at first, before I couldn't speak Korean properly, I would always have my friends do things for me or I would use papago. But like now, even though I speak Korean better, I still like double check sometimes in papago. Maybe like one funny thing could be like more like in written, like when I'm writing, because for a long time, like how 추상합니다, like it's like sorry, right? But like there is like the O and then there is U, right? For a very long time I used the U instead of the O, and so like how J is like mice, right? Like a mouse, right? So like every time I would write that, but then like I'm just writing like mouse like something like that. So it's so funny, like I didn't notice it until I think last year. So like that's maybe one thing that like happened, I guess. 대박. I don't even know why actually, like I don't even know why, but like I got so used to it. I'm like, wow, 대박, wow. Just keep saying it, and like my friends will say to me, you say 대박 so much, and I don't even notice it actually, but now I've noticed it because people told me I use it a lot. Yeah. Actually, I'm a little sad because I didn't get to celebrate both of the Eid so far this year, because like back home, even though we are going to school, if it's like if it's Eid, we get a like 3-day break to celebrate, right? But there's nothing like that. So for like after Ramadan for Eid, like it was like I had actually exams at that time. Like it was literally exam period, so I could not do anything. Like I was just busy studying. And this one, the past Eid, this one recently, I couldn't celebrate either because my friends weren't available. So like I'm also taking summer classes too, so I'm pretty busy with classes again. And my friends also live in like all kind of all over Korea, and they have exams too, which means that they can't come all the way to Seoul for us to meet. So I guess it feels like it's just a normal day. Like sadly, it's just like, oh, it's just another day. Like I don't really get to do much for it. I feel like for me, just being with other Muslims and having, you know, dinner or just eating together, just that would be perfect. Like it doesn't need to be like specific to Senegalese culture, how we do it or anything. I just like just the fact of being in a community of people who, you know, are just like you. They believe in the same things as you. It's just so heartwarming, and like it's just so comforting to know that, oh, even though I'm like miles away from my house, from my home, I still have these people who I share so many things in common with. Just community, just being together would be nice. I really like going to the Han River parks. Like I don't really have a preferred one. I just like going to them. I just like the vibes there, and I like riding a bike along the river. It just feels so peaceful, and so it's just so nice to go there. So I really like going there. I wish I lived like very close to the, you know, one of the parks, because I would go every day. Oh, Takkalbi. I love Takkalbi. Like I love it. I really love it. You know, like how on Kupang, it's not halal, but like on Kupang they sell like the marinated, like pre-marinated chicken, and you just cook it at home. I love it to the point where I buy that and make Takkalbi at home myself. Like that's how much I love it. I could eat it every single day and not get tired of it. It's really good. Yes. I don't have just one. I have like, so the ones that I really like, I'm part of the fandom, like really, it's like BTS, Monster X, 80s, and Wonho. And then I just like to occasionally listen to 17 and TXT. I also like New Jeans, they're really great. Yes. I'm interested in K-dramas too. I didn't watch them before coming to Korea actually. I didn't know like about K-dramas so much. I barely knew about K-pop at the time too. But like I came here and my friends were like, oh, you don't watch K-dramas? You don't know K-dramas? I'm like, oh yeah, I don't. But then I started watching with them, and I think my first K-drama was Crash Landing on You, and it's one of my favorites too. I would just like to say, don't hesitate. Of course, maybe you see, oh, there's such a cultural difference, there's a lot of alcohol, there's a lot of pork. All of those things might make you think, oh, maybe it's not really the good, like the right place to be. But like there's so many, but regardless of that, it's still a really great place, and it's getting more and more open to Muslim. Like people, so many more facilities are opening. Malls, big malls have prayer rooms. There are more and more halal restaurants. Actually, before you would find halal restaurants mostly in just Itaewon, but now in many places you can find it, and even halal Korean food. So all of those things, and there's also like veganism is also becoming popular in Korea, which means that even if you can't eat what's made with meat, you can still get access to those products. So I think you should not hesitate. Don't be worried. You will have a great time here regardless of your religion, so don't be worried about that. I'm going to Hongdae sometimes, but I haven't been to Hongdae in quite a while, to be honest, because you know sometimes it's hard to find also sizings and things like that. But usually I go to Hongdae because they have like the Korean stores, and they also have like the international stores, so you get a lot of like things. But it also depends on what you're shopping for actually. If it's like clothes in Hongdae, if it's like maybe for cosmetics and things like that, I would recommend Myeongdong. Like I feel like cosmetics or like, you know, cute little things, you know, accessories, things like that, Myeongdong is the best place. Oh my god. Oh my god, I need to think for that. One word is hard. Exciting? Every day there's something new. There's always something that you never tried before. Like it's really, there's so much to do in Seoul actually. So every time you always have opportunities to do new things, to discover new things. You get to meet new people and all that. So yeah, I guess I would say exciting. I get to try so many things, and